Hey everyone, welcome back to another today's session. This is the second session of today's stream. So, what would be the strategy to implement this new pattern so that it can enhance user experience and feel intuitive? So, now finalize my snapshot persistent. Now, do I need persistence runtime or do I need something else? Hey man, how you doing? On PC start. Well, right now I'm building AI tools to automate business workflow and business operation. So right now I'm only improving my UI because last 7 days I have complete my entire AI pipeline, and now I have to work on my UI policing. So instead I complete my AI workflow. So and also my platform allow a real time collaboration. And this is my entire code base. It's a very huge code base. So that's why before implementing any line of code, I just researching about my, yeah, how can I, which approach should be best. So what problem are you solving? Why should I work with you? Well, the if you look at the, the new era that is now, my ultimate goal is to, even in future, one human can run entire company. So we need infrastructure. But now, if you look at the American company, they are automating the entire coding part. So now 90% coding part is automated. But if you want to launch your company or your run your company, you need not only coding part, but after launching your company, now you have to adjust or manage your workflow or maybe the business operation, right? So my Right now, I'm building agent AI as an assistant, more of assistant but less of agent. But my ultimate goal in future, I want to create an entire agent. So agent you can delegate your tasks to agent, maybe for marketing, researching. Right now, my AI assistant can automate your entire workflow. It could be product research, product roadmap, or maybe uh, development strategy like that. Because now I think the entire society toward solo founder or solo worker, because now most of the things you can delegate with agent. But right now, I'm doing all the things manually. If you look at my Notion, so it's a huge document about my development workflow. So I'm doing manually. So my ultimate job is to be solve the real problem, like understanding the market fit, the product launch. But right now I'm a solo founder, so I'm doing all the things manually. So it takes a lot of time. But now we have agent or AI assistant, so I can delegate. So that's the things I'm solving. So my platform is for a developer and founder. So I'm creating an interface where developer and founder can automate their workflow and operation. So I've already covered my 75% project. So right now I'm just focusing on UI, and then I have to test out. And if you want to know my coding architecture, like whatever tech stack I'm on, so let me show you something. So right now in front end, I am using Next.js app router, React, Zoostan, React Query, Zod, SatCN UI, which is a UI library, and React Follow to render canvas related UI. And then DNT kit, this is a drag and drop library for a Kanban board. And this is a live blocks for real time collaboration. As I said, my platform also allows users so they can work with their team in real time. And my entire backend are based designed with like DDD, which means domain driven design. And this project is very complex. And if you look at my workflow, like my execution flow, so then you can understand what I'm talking about. This is my just AI pipeline. If you look at the flow, how flow works, so this is the just only AI, and this is the execution flow. So because as I said, if you are a solo founder, if you are a solo developer, or you can say founder. So and if you are writing your code for scalable and for enterprise level, then you have to document your stuff. Otherwise, you cannot understand what you are building. Right. So nowadays, your job is to be understanding code architecture and maybe your code base. Because if you understand the execution flow, the architecture, you can ask AI to write faster, better, right? And not and but also AI is not reliable and deterministic. So if you use chatbot, so you have to provide context. Otherwise, chatbot doesn't understand what you are building, right? So that's why I just note down so that I can provide the context, my instruction, my architecture philosophy. That's I just documented, and that's like very helpful. If you think that you just ask AI copy, ask AI copy, you cannot build very scalable project, right? Because scalable project means like you are decoupling each and everything. Why? Because like the enterprise level code base, not only you work but also you hire somebody, so you have to delegate your tasks. So if you but you have to delegate the some part of where you they are good at. What are the key differentiation of your product, and uh, in which areas does it outperform competing solution? So right now, if you look at the traditional productivity platform, okay, so now I use Notion. Okay, so this is a Notion, and also I use Miro. So this is a platform where you can organize your stuff. So the way I do, it's the same things, right? So my project is it's the concept is one developer or founder, they can organize or they can run their company. So around this concept, I just design my uh, interface. So I have two interface. First one is the canvas interface and then document interface. So for document, you can research about your product, all the things. You can organize your entire mental model through a text or maybe a blog, whatever it is. And on the other part, like Canvas, you can break down your entire complex workflow or operation into through Kanban board or maybe mind map, whatever it is. Right. So right now, this my AI work as a assistant, not fully agent. More of assistant, less of agent. Agent means you can calls the outside tools. So from my interface, let's say you want to integrate with, maybe you can integrate the coding part. You can. So that part I'm not building right now because to build agents, you need a different type of infrastructure. So I'm just building a niche solution for developer and founder. So in one interface, you can organize your uh, startup journey or your company journey, because I feel that problem. Because now if you look at my situation, so I'm a solo developer, okay, to build SaaS platform, so you have to understand like uh, product market fit. But how can I do that by alone, right? But my concept is in future one people can run entire company. You believe it or not, all the American startup, they are focusing to solve the coding part automation, and 90% they did. Between bro, I am currently using uh Obsidian for notes. It's crazy good. Okay. Yeah, lot of tools is out there. Lot of tools. I'm not saying just because I use Notion. If you look at, I use Notion, and it's so free of cost. It's markdown. So it's future of proof. Yeah. So if you look at here, okay, all right. So see here, from here you can change anything, like the markup, markdown, all the format, like coding, any language. So Notion also provides same things. But as I told you, my product is like one interface where as a you developer, you need, like, let's say Nowadays agent can replace all the co-founders, like marketing team or maybe social media team. Not now, but in future definitely, because nowadays, as I said, American company, they are creating an infrastructure for that, and as a developer we are creating an application on top of that, because we are not creating a large language model, just we are creating a solution on top of that. That's the things I'm saying. My my ultimate goal, like I'm not focusing the entire the planet. I'm focusing maybe 10 user, 100 user, or yeah, 1 million, but I have to create solution. So has anyone already built a similar solution, and if so, how does your product differentiate itself from those existing offerings? I've started my SaaS startup journey. I want to discuss with you about full structure and organization. Okay, that's true. I think okay. So if you look at, it's been 2 years. Okay, so before I starting this project, I uploaded almost 10 project. Okay, so that was just tutorial purpose. But if you look at this project has more than 900 plus files and more than 60,000 lines of code. I refactor 10 times. I started with just word. I convert word into idea, then idea into strategy, and then strategy into approach, and then approach into execution, and then implementation. This is that each layer is totally different, right? So I just randomly I just get an idea and work on it. Then I implement something. I got issue. Again, I research a lot. That's why I'm just sharing how I research before implementing any line of code. And now, if you look at, okay, let me show you my architecture. Okay, so if you're first time, again, I'm saying that. So this is my front end code base, right? So this is just stack. But if you look at my architecture, let me show you whatever architecture I'm following to organize the entire code base. Um, just okay, this is one time. Okay, so this is just if you hear about domain-driven design, just for a backend site. Okay, and then hexagonal. So hexagonal architecture for organize your entire code base, because maybe you have a UI layer, because this is not just YouTube tutorial, because in YouTube tutorial you just focus implementation oriented code base, but this one is execution based, which it's a huge difference, because this architecture there is no coupling. So we have to follow decoupling, which means each layer can you test out, which means you can apply unit test without accessing the other part of code. And even if you want to migrate, you can migrate faster. So let's say now I'm using MongoDB, so that's why I use using DDD, which means now if I migrate maybe Prisma or something like a SQL database, or if I want to add a vector, so I can migrate faster, because my this backend doesn't depend on anything. My MongoDB architecture, which is infrastructure, doesn't depend on anything. So this type of code you only get if you work with any MNC or any enterprise level. That's the benefit. Yeah. How does your product differentiate itself from those existing solutions? I think your question is, if you think right now, what's your differentiated? Like, if you just chat miss, what chat miss? What chat miss? What you're saying, chat miss means Can you say like chat means I couldn't understand what you were saying. Chat means chat means you missed a chat about which like which question you are. I yeah I just what problem I'm solving. What are the key differences? Yeah, so like yeah I read all the chat. Like I have listed my SaaS instead of journey. I want to discuss with you too, but about project structure and organization. Yeah. So I have okay. So you're asking me my contact, so I have Instagram. Let me give my Instagram ID. Just a second. Okay. So this is my Instagram ID. Yeah. If you need any help about your project architecture or in a discussion, yeah, I'm always here to help. Because last 4 months, as I said, now I can scale any project or any code base. If you give me any code base to scale or organize, yeah, based on your requirement, I can help you out, man. Because I spend every single day 14 to 15 hours. If you look at my room, this room last 2 years, I just lock myself, and every single day I put 14 hours. So I'm not showing the entire 14 hours as a live session, but more of like as I saw in the last 20 last 14 days. Since the last 14 days, I'm just live streaming. Last 2 months, I just totally focus on my project. Bro, do you use Discord? I do have Discord, but I don't have like I'm not active on Discord or like LinkedIn. Bro, do you use Discord as it's easy for sharing screen and organized by scores? I know, I know. So like, what type of SaaS you are building? Like what? I think one guy just rapidly asked me what like how you uh, differentiate your product. I think if you figure out like how you differentiate your product, then you never ever launch your code base. Because as I said, you have to convert your word into idea, and then idea into strategy, and then strategy into. I'm trying to build a creator platform where creator can download as well as upload one video or shot in multiple platforms simultaneously, and also user can point editor that can directly upload. Okay, that's cool. If you have a plan to launch, if you have a plan to convert this project into a startup, that's you need a different type of uh, user experience or user. You have to figure out the use case, right? Yeah, that's cool. Whatever you are building, okay. If you think you can put your energy, your soul, whatever you have, not today, but definitely you figure out. Because I believe you have to focus iteration, not perfection. Iteration means you launch, you have to launch with ugly things, and then you get feedback, work on it, again, iterate. Get feedback, work on it, again, right? So this way you can understand the product market fit. But if you think like a business guy, never ever create any big company or any startup. But if you think as a developer, and if you think, okay, I'm solving this problem, I'm not doing business. Because the business is, if you solve a real problem, people can give you reward, and you can convert that reward into monetization. Then you need the business people. But first you have to solve the real problem. Nowadays, because coding is become very easy, coding becomes very easy. But the question is, competition bring a lot of innovation, right? There are many busy or lazy YouTubers. They might need it. Yeah, I told you. Like as I said, if you think one user will be your customer, just create a product. Then you have to convert 1 to 10, 10 to 100, like this. I believe, man, I believe fully whatever you are creating, if not like maybe you launch your first product that doesn't fit, you have to launch, you have to iterate it again, again and again, again and again. Then after 1, 2, 3, 4 years, you understand, okay, I have to build this solution, that a concept, that product direction, right? That's if you look at all the startup they have the top business class, business guy or professional. But if you look at when they start with nothing, just basic idea. But over the time, they just iterate. So that's why I'm saying don't listen to anybody because they think, okay, I have to figure out everything when I launch or when I start. Even they just start into this loop. Trust me, before this project, me and my friend, we already launched our first startup. That startup, I shut down because of funding issue. So that was the community for developer and founders. Same concept, but interface is different. That was the community, but this is not community. This is interface, and here I'm just implementing AI. So in this project, my ultimate goal to automate, to reduce tasks from a developer and founder because now we are entering a agentic era, so we can fix our real problem because this world isn't fair at all. Few nations, for example USA, or they control the entire economy because they have created the infrastructure. Even my entire infrastructure I'm using from USA. All my library or like solution, I'm just paying money US company. Maybe my authentication, maybe live blocks or any API, like everything, because we don't have that solution, right? That's why one nowadays I have been with multiple streamer. They feel hassle to open multiple apps and upload same video, and also the high editors, some people. So busy traveling. Okay. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, you know your stuff. Okay, so you have to research everything, each and everything, right? And definitely you figure out because yeah, when you start, so this is just your text. Okay, this is just what, but you have to convert like into code, into implementation, right? So, but even though you can make like with like you can implement the way you understand. Okay, if you understand development, definitely you can figure out solution. But as I said, to scale your project, okay, from day one, then you need system design stuff. Like I don't have a system design understanding, but I understand by doing. As I said, I and if you look at, I just note down each and everything, how my code base works, which system, like which layer calls it, why they calls it, and how flow works. Then I learn system design this way. And now ChatGPT or any AI tools is there, man. If you don't understand the concept, ask it what's going on. Something I'm just telling one my friend like, okay, I have figured out solution, but not sure if I'm scared I will make a mess in code base. Yeah, man, like you are a developer, okay? So you like if your ultimate goal to learn and then like the best coder, I believe the best coder is who can execute, who can develop, who can break, who can develop, who can break. Then if you do these two things, you are pro developer. Let's say you only can break, you cannot develop, you're not a good developer. Let's say you build and you then broke, you cannot fix. That means you are not a pro developer. The pro developer, they can break, they can fix, they can develop, right? So three things you have to, yeah. So breaking means you have to understand the code base, and I hope you can develop because you're a developer. And then fixing means you need understanding, architect, architectural understanding, and system design understanding. But yeah, but in real project you cannot handle the entire project. You can handle a part of maybe execution flow. But as you building this entire project, as I am building, that's why I have to understand my entire code base. That's why I need this document. And let's say for example somebody want to work with me, I can say okay, this is the document you have to read out. Otherwise you cannot understand flow. You can understand the like coding implementation, but the architecture you cannot understand how code base works. So that's like all the scalable solution they written down. So anyways, and to be honest, I just as I said, iterate 10 times. I just even first time I thought okay, that is my, because before starting I researched 1 month, fully 1 month. And never, and I understand each and everything. Okay, I will implement this way, that way. And then when I start, I implement. Okay, okay, so okay, so you are using, okay, that's cool. So if you are using like, if your goal is like I launching fast, then don't go with full stack, because nowadays a lot of backend is out there, like uh, convex. You can use convex. So I think if you're a solo, definitely, and if you know convex, so you should convex or Supabase. They provide the backend infrastructure. Even they don't ask money. Okay, so you can issue with us their things. Then when you earn money, then they charge. Then you can migrate. If you earn money, so you can hire people and then you can migrate. But I started because my target was learning. Okay, my target was learning, so I can learn. But if your target if your target is to launch my project and then earn money, so you have to do faster. What's your website and what's your building? Zero says review my website, please. So yeah, what's your website is about and what you're building? Tell me. Okay. And one thing I want to share something, like if you look at my, I have, this is a code base. Okay, so if you look at, like, I already now you can look at my code building a post system. You have to explain exactly what you're building. Don't just because I can infer anything. So just say like more few words. So have you ever used Q to separate the functioning tools like normal website, front end, back end, different and actual working tools will be in pool and queue worker folder? Well, when I research, I also decide this way, but so that's called, yeah. So yeah, rather I can focus, okay. So first I answer. No, I never apply bool mq. Okay. So but instead of bool mq, as I told you, I follow inside the same concept. I follow a runtime centric approach. So if you look at, I have this folder called runtime centric approach. So you are using external tools, but I create the entire infrastructure like a runtime. Okay. So because my platform is, it's a real time architecture, so that's why I choose this one. So so this runtime is fully executional flow. See, in this code folder, there is no like any UI or like consuming part, which means projection. This part only execution. So yeah, because let's say if you want to apply the micro server, I can ship this entire runtime into somewhere else, and nothing will break. As I told you, I follow the very scalable stuff, which means each layer cannot depend on something. So this is the runtime. This layer cannot depend this shared or UI. Okay, so if I, let's say if I right now if I change React to Next.js into something else, I can easily change because I create a separation of constant. I follow separation of constant. That's what I told you. I follow hexagonal architecture. It's point of sale web application. Okay, so what I review. So like you are saying it's point of sale web application. So like what I review about. Like do you need any architectural helps or like what? Or like code base like what? So like if you're saying this way, I couldn't understand what you're saying. Okay, anyways, he he got there. Okay. And, and actually, if you're focusing clean code base, then you have to follow fast, scalable, readable, maintainable, right? So from day one, if you think the guy like us, I decided, I know, like I didn't decided I'm gonna make it perfect from day one. Mobile app will make you happy with application. Okay. I also, yeah, I know very well React Native, and I also use Expo. Okay. I also Expo library. So yeah, I know very well React Native and Expo. Yeah, if your goal is to like targeting the consumer based application, or like, yeah, so you have to make app. But my target audience is not like phone, but yeah, if they use phone, they can access the website, and I have a responsive platform. Okay. But as I said, my ultimate target is, so you have to figure out what you want, like what's your target audience and what their need. If you are, but my suggestion to you, don't think about a lot. Otherwise, you will stuck in the loop where you cannot shift. So first, we have to shift, because I said don't focus on perfection. Okay, just launch it, get a feedback, work on it again, launch it, get a feedback, then raise some fund. If your product is actually impressive and getting a lot of attention, then you will, yeah, you will be funded definitely. So that's why just launch fast. But if you have a good team, then just focus scalable solution from day one. Because, and yeah, if you have experience, then that's I think doesn't matter anything. From day one, you can scale all the things by yourself. That's why I spent 4 months. But if I create another project from day one, I focus this architecture, all the things, because I know, because I build myself entire things. But as I said, what's your purpose? Learning or executing fast? If your purpose is learning, then I suggest you just yeah, learn, iterate. Then you will be the pro developer. Trust me, you can understand all the things how code works, right? Because to be honest, if I give you this entire project, you cannot understand. If you don't have system design understanding or architectural understanding, you cannot understand my code base. You can understand the logic, because logic is, if you are a developer or if you know the programming, you can understand logic. But I'm saying understanding logic is totally different than understanding code base, because code base you need experience, like, but now you have AI, so you can chat with it, work on it, understand, again ask question, provide follow-up question. So that's why if you look at my chat GPT, okay, I separate all the chat GPT. If you look at the current code, the AI, so this is the wall project. If you look at this project, fully code review and fix. This is the error, AI agent, research, like VisionVersity, my UI, Next.js, TS, payment system, React Flow, Canvas Logic, SaaS, like in SaaSian, and even I have a very good understanding about C++. So if you look at my, like, I learned this way, right? So that's I told you, management organization is very essential if you are alone in this journey. Otherwise, you cannot manage, man. You cannot manage. You will be messed up, definitely. And you will be, you cannot figure out, okay, what I'm doing. Let's say after 1 month, 2 months, definitely you will be, you, you might be asking, what the thing I'm doing, man? What the hell I'm doing? Yeah, definitely, like, so that's why from day one, I start this way. So I evolve, I add project, and then if you look at my understanding, so that's why I can exactly explain what I'm building. And if you give me your code base, I can review and maybe, yeah. But right now, to be honest, last 2 months I just never upload any video, just focusing my project because this is very crucial and very complex. I spent a lot on just reading documents and understanding this type of follow-up chat session. I have huge conversation and each and everything I just read out. That's guys like all the people say okay vibe coding, but vibe coding, yeah, that's good. If you have money, you can use the subscription or maybe $100, $200, and agent can build your entire things. You don't need any your brain. Just you have to manage agent. That's it. But if you don't have money or if you don't have understanding, then you will suck if you go with hype coding. Because hype coding even create more than bugs. In this project, to be honest, hype coding cannot help. Agent can help, okay, but it's very expensive. So I run AI agent in this project. It first chat session it takes 2 million token. Think about for a second, 2 million token. So then it's cost $2. So one chat $2. Man, you will be like, yeah, man, you will be bankrupt if you don't have money. So anyways, that's the fun, that's the jokes. But okay, so I'm just saying. So so like your focus to build a mobile app as well as website. If you are alone, I'm not suggesting you either go with mobile app or website because you will be spend much more time on building without getting any user. And then if you think okay, and then let's say if you launch and then you can get user, because the startup is all about iteration. You have to understand this concept, brother. Believe it or not, you have to understand your first launch is not your last launch. It's not your product. It's your experimenting. It's your experimentation. Because if you look at ChatGPT launched 2015, and then you like doing this. What? You like doing this? What you're saying, man? Like you like doing this? I cannot understand. Can you say like you like doing this? What I'm doing? Can you say in full sentence so I can understand what you're saying? Because I can infer anything. So like you are saying, you like doing this? What? Okay, anyways. I mean, like life buddy. I mean, in life buddy, life buddy. Yes, yeah. I work in this startup by alone, and okay. So let me show you, like yesterday I just understand my how many. So I use this. Uh, oh my god. So if you look at, I have more than. If you look at, I have more than, this is my TS and TX files in my current code base, right? And the total lines of code just from these two files. Here I'm not including other my integration, just only TS and TSX. 46,000 line of codes. And how many files? Almost 900. How many folder? 43, 6. So now you can think about how big this project is. And if you look at the architecture, like the execution flow, you will blow up. So my ultimate goal through this live session just show you as a solo developer, and if your goal is to create a scalable project or a startup, how from day one you can organize your stuff. Not only code part, but also your understanding. What you're building, if you document like this, okay, and if you use some AI tools, you can iterate faster. Why? You need some context because AI is not reliable or not deterministic. So each step or each new session, chat session, if you switch your chat session, then that chat session forget about who you are, means what you are building. So my strategy is very simple. What I did in my code base, maybe I changed because instead of your first iteration is not your last iteration. You have to evolve based on your understanding, market understanding, user experience, each and everything. So right now, before launching as a developer, your job is to fixing your code part, your solution, okay. And then second part, when you launch, then business operation comes alone. Then you have more problem, more complex things. You cannot manage by alone. If my assumption is in future, one human or fewer team can run entire company. So we have to organize the workflow. Right. So my platform solved this issue. I have two interfaces. One is canvas related. Second is document related, where you can, before launching or after launching, you can research about your product direction, your solution. You can document. Maybe you can research about it, not manually, just by prompting. And to understand the humongous problem or complex problem, the way developer or team understand, so they create entire workflow, operation flow, how code works, how system works through mind map, maybe flowchart, maybe in a diagram. So that's why as a solo developer, first you need understanding, then you need implementation. So based on your understanding, you can implement. So I'm fixing this solution. So one developer can run entire company. So right now, my AI will work as an assistant, more of assistant, less of agent. Yeah, because agent is totally different than assistant. Because assistant, I can define the workflow, but agent, when you talk about agent, agent can decide their workflow, but agent need memory. Agent need RAG, retrieval augmented, right? Agent need a organized system. So by alone, and if you don't have resource, you cannot build a very agentic solution. Man, it's tough. Like it's tough. You spend more than 2 months to just figure out the solution, right? So you need AI engineering to understand agentic workflow. But again, to implement, it's totally different than understanding. Because as I said, technology is, thanks man, you help a lot. That's great. That's cool, man. Yeah, I'm just sharing my understanding because nowadays. AI replace our job. It's not true. I don't believe this concept. I believe AI reducing our dependency. What I mean by that, which means, let's say now I can build entire production ready scalable platform by alone without depending any system designer, senior developer, or any experienced people. So as a result, AI reduce dependency. So now I'm building by alone. You can apply this concept into anything, but AI increase a lot of competition. That's for sure, man. Because as I said, everybody running their own startup. What mean by that? What do you mean by that? It means you have to lock in. Otherwise, if you delay, other people can outperform, right? So yeah, this type of outperform somebody or talking about in the chat session, like yes, some guy also asked how you outperform your competitor, because I don't think so. Like we think about this way. I think we have to think about this way. We are creating a solution for this entire world. Why I'm saying that? If you look at my this YouTube channel description, so I mention out each and everything. What are the problem? What are the solution? What we have as resource? How we can fix the entire paradigm? So right now we have 130 plus $1 trillion economy in the world. So because some are business guy from this chat session, so that guy also talking about me, the product market fit, the differentiating your product, right? So guys, I have both background. To be honest, I complete my graduation in pure economics. I drop out from my master degree, and then last 2 years I lock in myself in this room. You can see, and then I learn every single day 14 hours the coding part, and I learn all the like skill. I have understanding database, DSA, AI engineering, and I have understanding programming language like C++, Java, TypeScript, which means JavaScript, and like framework I know Next.js, React, and React Native for mobile app development, and for DevOps I know Docker very well. So yeah, in these 2 years I learn all the things, and now I apply what I learn in my project, and I learned then system design over these 4 months by doing, because I iterate 5 times, sorry 10 times. So this is a learning I'm sharing, and it's not fun every single day 14 hours coding, man. It's not fun at all, because there are two type of things you have to understand: a productive work versus entertainment work. Productive work requires your focus level, 90% focus level, but it gives you 10% reward, which means a dopamine. If you call it a dopamine system, dopamine as reward, you get 10%. That's why this cognitive uh, demand tax doesn't make you, I don't know, equal happy. I don't call it a happy, doesn't create a dopamine. On the other side, the entertainment work, it could be you are a creator, a YouTuber, or maybe like film star or any other content creator that create, like, yeah, that requires 10% of your focus level, but that creates 90% of dopamine a reward. That's, you can see, you can apply anything. This type of task, productive task requires cognitive skill. Cognitive skills doesn't create dopamine. That's why I saying, if you're a developer, you have to accept coding is not fun. If you work 8 hours, that's totally normal. Yeah. But if you work beyond more than 10 hours, then you struggle with your mental health. you have to accept because you are alone. So I feel this type of scenario because last 2 years I lock myself. I just step out from the society. So I rarely connect with any societal things. I never go outside last 2 years. Just yeah. So because as I said, in this world, who are win, who are locked in? Because now AI can help out. As I said, man, AI can help out because AI doesn't. You can access all the AI tools as a free of cost, right? So now the the gap between rich, poor, maybe middle class, right now you can fix out if you think because yeah you don't have to go university or college to learn anything because I learned entire technology from sitting at home and understanding like all the MIT or maybe a lot of YouTuber and all the organization like Princeton, Pennsylvania, this type of university from USA, they provide all the curriculum free of cost. But the thing is, if you're alone, I'm saying again, you have to accept this work doesn't make you like I'm not saying again happy. I'm saying a dopamine. Coding part never ever create dopamine if you work more than 10 hours or 12 hours. That feeling sucks, man. It feels sucks. To be honest, it feels sucks. While the word from a mouth is true. I face this issue so and yeah, you have to evolve because now technology every single when I wake up I think some AI like yeah new AI breakthrough is come out. I sleep come out right. So yeah, so AI is evolving faster than any technology in the history did. So guys, that the things if you're a developer you have to accept AI is not replacing you, rather AI reducing a dependency from those people who don't have access to. If you're a creator, maybe you don't know editing, now you can get help from AI. AI can help you out. So as a human, as a developer, as a founder, or whatever you call, our job is to solve real problem to fix the economical problem. As I said, few nations are getting a standard of living. We are not. So we have the unequal world or inequality. So we can fix out, right? So we can create more output, which means more access, right? So that's we have to use AI because to create a real solution, we need intelligence. And last before AI, we only focus, we only depend on human intelligence. That intelligence we just delegate to AI. So now you can get opinions of AI execution. Now one human can execute the entire things because you can access the entire AI, as many as token you want. But you need some resource, that's for sure. But there is no lack of uh like maybe let's say I'm from a village and yeah, true, I'm from village. To be honest, I'm from village. If you look at my background noise, so yeah, I'm from village, very rare area, and the internet is not good. I don't have a bunch of resources, but what I have, I'm trying to say something. So guys, you can understand truly because nowadays when I see people, they just get distracted and yeah. So anyways, I talk a lot now. I think I have to focus my work. So if anybody if anybody has any doubt about their code base or the things they are facing, you can comment out. I can reply. Yeah, if you're facing your code base, your understanding, or with your life direction, your career direction, you can say out. Maybe I'm not gonna help you out, but maybe other people can help you out. So you have to share what you have if you are stuck in the loop, because loop cannot tell you are in the loop. You have to understand this concept. Loop means you don't realize you are in the loop, right? Now I have to provide some because here I'm asking some question, right? So now this chat session doesn't know whether I have that code base or not. So that's why I have to share my this um, canvas document. Okay. What would you recommend someone to join this field at this moment? The software development, I think that's cool, man. Like, to be honest, software nowadays you can create amazing tools. If you think now AI can create all the solutions, think about for a second. Based on my research, okay, because as I said, guys, I am from economics background, so I research a lot about American economics. So right now, if you utilize the entire resource from world, right now the GDP should be $720 trillion. If you yeah, guys, you can go in my description so you can understand the data. I've already placed the data, but think for a second. Now the world GDP is $135 trillion. So there is a 7x gap, which means we have to build the solution 7 times, because our per capita income is lower than USA, because US have $90,000, we have $2,000. It's a huge gap, which means they have more output, we have less output. So if you look at, they have 80% service. Service means it's not physical product. Service means it's an invisible solution. And most of the service solution they create with technology, because technology can scale, physical product don't. We have to understand that we have in India we have only $4.3 trillion economy, just because we don't create. And yeah, we have fundamental issue. I'm not a question about. Just I'm saying, if you're a developer, you can create a solution. Maybe your solution not $1 billion, but at least $100, $200, whatever it is. But that you can scale from day one if you go with technology. So if you look at US, US people don't focus physical product. China focus, that's their strength, but America fully focus technology, man. Technology scale a lot. You scale from India to over the world, sitting at your home. But physical product, you need physical infrastructure. That's you will suck if you don't have capital. Technology also require capital, but technology you can scale. That's why, like, OpenAI, right? Just 10 years, or like just if I say only 5 years back, company create $1 trillion of valuation. Anthropic just 5 years company create $1 trillion valuation. But if you look at the physical companies, man, they are 60 years old company, 70 years. Their total valuation is only $100 billion, maybe less. So if you understand, because technology, yeah, I see this way. I call it's a pain avoidance paradigm. You can avoid people pain with solution, right? So now say something. Technology decide human behavior. Sorry, psychology decide human behavior. Psy- In other words, psychology says human behavior. Economics monetize that behavior. Technology is scale that behavior. Guys, understand this is a concept. If you understand these things, then you understand how technology always give you benefit. Because monetize means you can get from economics, which means you need purchasing power. Whatever solution you are creating, you have to sell out. Maybe it's through a direct consumer or some business entity, whatever it is. You have to figure out your business model. I'm not talking about that. I'm not focusing on that. I'm focusing because someone asked me what is the like future of this technology. I'm saying a context because I don't believe answer. I believe if you understand the context, then you can decide what are part of good things, what are part of wrong things. That's your choice. But my job is to provide the entire context because I believe if you get the context, if you have an understanding of context, not only it could be anything, man, regarding your life, regarding technology, regarding economics, regarding the your situation, you have to understand context. Why you need context? So you can decide the best choice of your decision. Then you can analyze, evaluate. That's up to you what you want in your life. So that's why I say world needs a $1 trillion solution, $1,000 solution. Technology can help out that. What the technology? If you look at technology is a economic machine. Technology is a GDP machine. You look at in this just 5 years, AI itself increased $110 trillion GDP to $140 trillion. In just 6 years, AI increased $30 trillion GDP. Think about for a second. AI itself. And if you look at the American company or American share market, each company increased in the 6 year 60 percentage of their company valuation. Each and all the 500 a company from USA. Why I'm just saying USA because US is controlling this entire tech stack throughout the world. If you don't believe, just go some on like the platform is marketcap.com. You can see their revenue. The yeah you can see. But my question is at this moment, I want to say you if you love technology or maybe you're an entrepreneur or you have an entrepreneurship mindset and if you're learning like you can be yeah you can choose this field but yeah but AI can also help you out to build SaaS platform if you don't have understanding of technology you can give a natural language prompt to AI can build it yeah that's nowadays possible yeah come on yeah so is there anybody like facing any regarding life issue, career direction, or maybe technology stuff, or their code base, or like you are building some application based on AI or agent? You can ask me question, man. This is a chat for you guys. Just say something so I can understand. Yeah, yeah. Whatever you are building, if you have a doubt or you are stuck or you need some solution, maybe architectural, system design, or direction, yeah, we can talk about. Maybe I cannot answer, but someone can answer it. So you have to talk with somebody. If you are stuck, I hope you are understanding what I'm saying. Just code, man. Just code. Just implement. Because I believe if you stop, then the chance is zero. But if you keep going, there is a fraction of chance, at least fraction of chance, not 1%, maybe 0.1, maybe 0.1. So your job is to convert. that chance into full stack or full implementation. So yeah, this mindset you should have. So now, how I talk to now chat like any chat session. So this chat session doesn't know I have this type of code in my code base. That's why, as I told you, I just document it. Now I can give it. So I already have create my application layer for this document snapshot, document and canvas snapshot. Now tell me what you need to verify my existing code base and the save functionality or persist in the MongoDB. Just review it. So I'm asking guys if you are facing any your code base related issue or your architecture related issue or maybe a life regarding or anything, you can just chat out. So yeah, because our job is to solve the problem. I believe that. And that's why I'm just sharing in live, man. What I'm building, I'm sharing. I don't care about my code base. Somebody also told me, started, man, don't share your code base because people can copy it. Don't share like your architecture because in this world people can copy your architecture. I don't think so. Like I don't believe we are a competitor. Yeah, for this point of view, you can think so, but we have to think more of how we can solve a problem together. If your ultimate goal is to create more output, then we have to, yeah. But competition make us paranoid, and paranoid make us innovative. And if you are innovative, you can use less resource and produce more output. As I change my domain models, which is my MongoDB schema, so I have to fix here as well. So you can fix it based on my new models and also tell me fix, how can I save my data. So here I have to provide my domain. Otherwise, this chat session doesn't know. So here board synopsis model, because I changed today. I just redefine based on my new use case. So, but I didn't fix this. So here I can fix by myself. But the question is why I'm just giving this. I give it because it becomes a context. So my follow-up question, it can understand, okay, I fix it. So maybe I forget to fix my existing code, but AI can tell me, okay, here you have issue. So I just make AI as reliable and deterministic as I can by providing information which is as a context. This is my canvas and document related repository. So as you said, I don't need mapper because of now I can consume directly. And my idea is you have to follow my architecture rules, which is MongoDB as a durable store, and live blocks, which is a reality. Runtime is a mini. So now tell me how can I fix it? If you think I need to fix the repository file to align with my new changes, you can fix it. You have to fix the entire code base and then provide that particular file fully so I can copy paste. This is my own original prompt, but now I want to structure it. So here, this is my just for prompt. You can see the this is a prompt here. I just polish it, polish it in very short way. Now you can see very short way. Okay, now I got you. My internet speed is very slow. Sorry for that. Again, my buffering. The buffering is going on. Sorry for that. Yeah, hey man, how you doing? How you doing? Now I'm back. Voice is audible. Now I'm audible. Now my voice is audible. As I change my architectural decision, now my runtime state can become directly MongoDB permanent persistent. So now I have to fix my application layer and projection layer. So can you tell me which file I have to delete from these two layer, and then I will provide the exact code where you can fix. These two are from my domain layer. As I decide now, runtime state to snapshot, then MongoDB. So now tell me, this file should leave or I delete? See. Now, tell me about this. Keep it or delete them. Right now, I'm just reviewing my previous. So this code I wrote before 3 months ago. Now, as I fix my entire uh, architecture, so now I have to align with my new pattern. That's why I have to fix the old pattern. Now, update the persistent code base because I delete mapper and also the repository based on my new changes. So they can align. We have to provide fully new repository files as well as the persistent. As I update my persist canvas runtime, now fix this to canvas repository and canvas snapshot repository. You have to provide full files from both so I can copy paste. Or if you only add the updated part or modification, so you have to tell which code I have to replace or modify, or if you are adding new things, you have to mention this is the new things or updated things. So that I can exactly understand. So right now I'm just refactoring my domain so that I can persist my canvas data and my board data into MongoDB. So as I last 4 months, I'm just working on this project and I evolve a lot and I end up with this solution. So I'm just aligned with my current architecture with my yeah data sharing architecture. I would not add find by version repository because right now I'm not creating any version tracking uh, functionality. If I need, I will add later. So you have to understand I'm not adding anymore. Similarly, now I have to update my document repository. So you can review it and update that. as I delete mapper to now update this document. Now look at this two and tell me this file really I need for this new pattern and what they why they exist. If anything need to be updated, you can do that and then provide new version of that. Now, as I align my domains, repository, and application, so is there nothing to change inside project layer? And if answer yes, we don't need to change project layer. So how can I connect my domains with runtime? Because here live blocks is reality, runtime is meaning, and MongoDB is permanent, persistent. Now tell me the flow. And as you have the idea of my runtime, collaborative runtime code base, so you tell me which file and which file are responsible for connect both. this is my code bootstrap. So I have this one, but inside core, I don't have any orchestration layer. But in the surface layer, I do have the initializer. So now tell me, am I calling those application layer code base in anywhere or something is off? Tell me, how can I connect them? Through which file? I write this way. Now check that out and tell me these are actually aligned with my new pattern or something is missing. Now create this in production way, this to file, and then tell me which file call this, which means how they connect collaborative runtime.